Hey guys, it's Sam, and today we're going on a boat. What I wanted to share today comes from a story that we're pretty familiar with. It's from Matthew 8. It says, "Then he got into the boat with his disciples, and without warning a furious storm came upon the sea, so that the waves swept over the boat. But Jesus was asleep. The disciples went and woke him, saying, 'Lord, save us, we are perishing.' He replied, 'O you of little faith, why are you so afraid?' Then he got up and rebuked the winds and the waves, and it was completely calm. The men were amazed and asked, 'What kind of man is this, that even the winds and the seas obey him?' What kind of man is this?" they said. Now, if we listen to this story, we can find ourselves maybe in a little similar situation. We are in our individual boats called life. And sometimes the winds can be really bad and the waves can be crazy and it seems like the boat is about to overturn. And we'll ask ourselves, is Jesus asleep on my boat? Where is God? Where is he? First thing to understand, if we do ask this, know that we're in good company. Okay? From the Old Testament prophets and throughout Scripture, King David, for example, he was somebody that was very honest with God, and most of his psalms show his raw emotions, whether he's very happy with God and showing gratitude, or he's upset or saying, "Where are you? You've left me," or that he's angry with him, to St. Paul, to Christ, where he said, my God, why have you forsaken me?" So to understand that we're in good company allows us to know that if we have this thought of, is Jesus asleep on my boat, or where is he? That'll allow us to know that it's not unchristian. So it's okay to think like that. Now, it's what we do with that thought and our reaction to the situation that will determine where we stand and how we're going to get out of this situation. There's a story that I recall about a king, and it's a fictional story, and he wanted to get a new painting in his palace about peace. So he put out a contest, and all these people wanted to draw what they thought peace was so they can present it to the king and he can hang it in his palace. The first person comes in on the day that they had to submit their paintings, and on this picture is a beautiful beach. The sand is white, the water is crystal clear blue, there's a palm tree, it's just perfect. The king looks at it. No, it's not what I think. Next. The next picture comes is a beautiful clear sky and a white dove flying through, not a cloud in the sky, everything looks very calm. The king goes, no, that's not what I think peace is. Next. So many pictures are submitted, and then finally he sees one, and this picture really struck him. It was a huge painting without one blank spot on the canvas. And there was just scenes from every walk of life. There was people at war, there was fires, there was people on vacation, there's people working, there's people with their families, there's everything that's happening in this picture. Not one spot left blank. And then he looks at it, and then in the midst of that picture, he sees a tree. And then as he looks deeper, in the tree is a nest. And on that nest is a mother bird covering her egg, her child. And then this hit him. He said, this is really, truly the picture of peace. Not that peace is happening away from all the storm, right? Or the beach, the picture of the beach or the dove. But that in the midst of that storm, in the midst of everything in life, of all that chaos, that we are grounded to know that we are covered with peace. And this will bring us back to the story on the boat, where they had the King of Peace with them. what happened there? Why was there a disconnect where they were scared and afraid? We know that, so St. John Chrysostom, he speaks about this passage, and he says that Jesus sleeping is showing him as man. And then him calming the storm is showing him as God. Now we know that we can never, ever, 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 ever separate God's humanity from his divinity. Ever, ever. Falling into this temptation of picking one side, whether he's just a human or a regular guy or just God, that will ruin our view of salvation and allow us to waver and not understand who God is or what he's doing like the disciples were. That's why they asked, what kind of man is this? What man is this? St. Gregory of Nazianzus says, for that which he has not assumed, human nature, he has not healed or saved. But that which is united to his Godhead is saved. So it's in understanding that unity that we understand salvation. Because if God was just a man, then how can he save us? But if he was just God, then we say, oh, he didn't go through the things that we went through. But no, it's that he's 100% fully God and fully man. He's the God-man, Jesus Christ, in perfect unity of humanity and divinity. And it's when we kind of struggle with that belief a little bit, we find ourselves in the middle of a storm and not knowing what's going to happen. We can't trust in man, we can't trust in God. What's going on? But it's when we realize that God has come and taken our flesh to bring us back to unity with him, then no matter what storm we're going through in life, no matter what waves come, and no matter how much the boat seems like it's going to turn over, we should find comfort. Just like the mother and the egg had comfort in the midst of everything, that in the midst of our boat called life, that Jesus and the King of Peace is with us. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace.